Hello students, welcome back to Bilingual tutorial. Today we are discussing the continuation of last class, that is introduction for the play Hayavadana. In last class we have gone through the introductory section only, and as I told you, this is only Act 1 we are discussing through this video, and Act 1's introduction you have heard. And Act 1 begins with Bhagavata's prayer to God Ganesha. And we have seen how that last class got concluded. We have seen that Hayavadana, a man with human body and head of a horse, went to Kali temple to get fulfill his desire to become either man or a horse. And we have seen that Bhagavata concludes by moving back to Kapila and Devadatta's story. And here the continuation says that when Bhagavata starts saying the story of Devadatta and Kapila, we can get the song sung by a chorus, that too female chorus, and the song is a love song. And the scene we can see, it is Devadatta is shown sitting in a chair when Kapila approaches him questioning his absence in the gym. Devadatta seems preoccupied while Kapila brags about his wrestling match. And this wrestling match was against a great wrestler in Gandhara. And Kapila is delighted to say that the wrestler praised his technique, and he also added that he has a great future in wrestling. And he noticed that Devadatta is not in reality. Devadatta is pondered in some thoughts, and Kapila realized it through the appearance. Devadatta couldn't mind the words of Kapila. Kapila noticed that Devadatta is immersed in some thought. Instead of questioning him, he was continuing with his thoughts. Then Kapila identified something wrong is there with Devadatta. And Devadatta reveals that he saw a girl and could not stop thinking about her, and she is so beautiful. Kapila is familiar with this kind of things because Devadatta used to do such things, or Devadatta used to make such situations and does it quite often. However, he feels that Devadatta is little bit serious this time. From the words of Devadatta, he could realize the seriousness of his thoughts, and Kapila offers him to help him to find out that lady's house, and he'll there as a support. Kapila leaves Devadatta to his thought and went in search of that lady's home. Devadatta feels that Kapila is not the right person suitable to find out these kind of things. Devadatta feels really tensed because he identified Kapila is not suitable for this type of deeds. Devadatta prays to God Rudra and offers him his head. He prays to goddess Kali and offers her his arms if everything goes right. Kapila enters the street mentioned by Devadatta and finds the lady's house after some trials. He knocks at the door of that lady. When he sees that lady, he finds out how Devadatta fell in love with this lady, because he realized she is more prettier than the celestial dancers. And he says this aside. Saying aside means saying to the self without making any noise. And here we can see Kapila makes such an aside. It is just like this. That lady is more beautiful than the celestial dancers. And Kapila didn't move from the track, and he came to the track and he want to talk that his friend Devadatta is in love with this lady and want to get married with. He told it to the lady. Then that lady blushes and she goes into the home and called for mother. And later Bhagavata announces that Devadatta and Padmini, that's the name of the lady, Devadatta and Padmini got married. Padmini is pregnant and the couple seem to prepare for a journey. Devadatta does not like this, as he knows it may cause some worries to the pregnancy. And further he says that whenever Kapila is along with them, it will disturb him with the idea that being along with Padmini. He emphasizes the fact that whenever Kapila is around there, Padmini behaves little more enthusiastically, and she concentrates more on that man instead of caring herself. Here Padmini has some words against. She says that she liked to make fun of that innocent Kapila, but she could recognize the suspicion in the words of Devadatta. She is so brilliant one. And they had a debate on this topic, and after the debate they decided to cancel the trip. And Devadatta told Padmini to remain there inside the room. When Kapila reached their home, Devadatta was up to say Padmini is not feeling good. That's why he told Padmini to go inside the room. But Padmini, she doesn't go inside. Instead, she stands there on the corner of the room. Devadatta asks Kapila to sit and have a chat with him. Then, at that moment, Padmini comes to their surprise and she asks them why they are not making preparations for the travel. And Kapila asked about the sickness, and she answered, it's a minor headache and it disappears after taking medicine. And she comes to plead before Devadatta to continue with the trip. And she says that Kapila has done all these things for a week and he is making preparations for the last week. If they are cancelling the trip, it is unfair. And Devadatta could not say anything and he accepts her wish. In the journey, Padmini praises the driving skill of Kapila and she remembers how awful was Devadatta's driving. On the way, Padmini looks at a tree and is attracted towards the flowers. Kapila explains that it is Fortunate Lady's flower and goes to bring one to her. As he climbs the tree, Padmini is attracted by the strongly built body of Kapila. Devadatta feels jealous as he observes the looks of Padmini towards Kapila. He does not blame her as he knows that the body of Kapila is irresistible. Kapila brings a heap of flowers for Padmini. He explains that the flowers contain all the colors of a married bride would have. Hence, the flowers are called Fortunate Lady's flowers. They speak of other matters, and Kapila mentions of Rudra temple and Kali temple, and then suddenly Devadatta remembers his oath to the two deities. Kapila asks them to visit Rudra temple, but Devadatta insists that he would stay there. After a few forward and backward debates, Kapila and Padmini decide to visit Rudra temple without Devadatta. After they leave, Devadatta wishes them to be happy and walks towards the temple of Kali. He begs forgiveness in front of goddess Kali for forgetting his promise after getting married to his love Padmini. He finds a sword in the temple and cuts off his head as an offering to goddess Kali. Then Padmini and Kapila return only to find an empty cart. After waiting for some time, Kapila could not stop worrying about his friend and goes in search of him, leaving Padmini in the cart. She cannot believe that Kapila is more worried about Devadatta than her. Kapila moves near the temple of Kali and is shocked to see him decapitated friend. Kapila felt that he is emptied and he feels if Devadatta would have guided him, he would have come out of the dark situation. He speaks gently of Devadatta and claims that he is his friend, brother, guru, and everything, and he picks up the same sword and cut off his head. It is almost dark, and Padmini is complaining about the men who have not returned to her. She imagines that Devadatta would be angry with Kapila for his actions. She decides to go in search of them and reaches the Kali temple. She finds the two dead bodies and feels terrified. However, she does not express grief over their death but expresses concern about her situation when she returns home. Padmini feels that this act will show her as a war for whom the two men fought and died. Therefore, she decides to kill herself when goddess Kali appears to stop her. The upcoming portion is included in the textbook. The Kali's appearance and entry to the scene, and will be explained in next class.